but it's foggy now. Sinful times, devil rhymes in our hearts. Love the sound. He loved the lost times. She never saw love's light. Each eye in the speckled sky, watching with their blind eyes. It's a big machine of broken pieces, rattling its way to fame and fortune. A big machine of broken pieces, rattling its way to fame and fortune. We know we are broken, but whole in this constellation.
Hey Tracy, how are you? I gotta do something real quick. You got Stream City going on right now. Get me I started and then I'm like, oh, I need to look at something. My glasses are dirty. Oh, you're almost there. Oh, you finished the book? Oh. How was it? What you predicted? I think we're still in Canada. I'm going to get my Peterbilt. That's the first thing we're gonna do. Where the hell am I? Alright, I don't need to do it that way. Oh, wow. You know what my issue with cliffhangers is that he's already done a couple books, and I guess maybe it's easier in the book industry, but I'm going back to my Peterbilt. So I do like this Kenworth too. And we drive the Kenworth for a little bit. Well, and I gotta clean my glasses. I really wish somebody that didn't need glasses the first 45 years of my life. Problem is that I know what life is like without them, and like right now everything's blurry. My eyes really took a shit as I got older. And little things like you learn, like I'm at a Marriott and they have attached the soap, the body wash, and shampoo, and I get in there and I had to put them each in my hand to figure out which one was what, because I couldn't read it. It just sucks when I've known great eyesight for a while. But there's always a risk. Like television, same thing. The cliffhangers are great, and maybe he's already got a deal for another one. Because you just imagine if then they're like, oh, I'm sorry, that didn't work out. You're not gonna do another one. I'm going to my Peterbilt. Let me drive this. I haven't driven the Kenworth for a while, so you can tell which vehicles I like just by the mileage on there. Let me drive the Kenworth for a little bit and see what I'm feeling about it. I haven't driven this guy in a while. But so hopefully, I guess he probably has a contract for another one. But that happens in television all the time. Is it a good author? I mean, I'm sorry, not a good author. Obviously, you're enjoying the author. In the audiobook, is it sometimes it's a big difference with the reader. So the person reading it's doing a good job. That's a little trip there. Oh, there we go. We go all the way to Fort Worth there. Oh, they have 2 readers. That's actually. No, I haven't listened to audiobooks in a while. Let's do this. Let's go to Houston and take a ventilation shaft. Oh, well, first we're gonna get fuel. I haven't driven this guy in a while, so we'll see.
Ready to roll.
Fortunately, at the garage, right here. Oh, I can get my mic in the right spot. Yeah, is that rare now? Because I don't recall that with audiobooks. You think when I pick my truck up, it'd already be fueled when I switch a truck? Yeah, I've never, like I said, I haven't listened to one in a long time though. Oh, this tank's only 220. Now, one of my more enjoyable ones was, that's good. I forgot my CB too. When I did the audiobook of Ready Player One, long before the movie. And that one Will Wheaton did, which was awesome. Let me just back us out of here. Ooh, that's loud. This Kenworth's got some noise to it. What's my horn on this? Okay, good horn. Yeah. Yeah, and having Will Wheaton do it was great. Alright, hopefully the job I want is still there now that I'm sticking around here. It's crazy how... Did I just say crazy? It's crazy how loud it was outside this cab.
Turn left.
Yeah. What is that? The other one that Will Wheaton read that was really cool that he read was Red Shirts. So that was really cool that he was doing that. The jailbreak noise isn't as good. Yeah, but having Will Wheaton do that was awesome. The jailbreak noise isn't fantastic.
Turn left.
Where is it? Right up here? No, you know, the only thing with Red Shirts, the book's been out long enough, so I don't worry about overly spoiling it, which I won't anyway, but...
You have arrived to your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stall the truck is what I'm gonna do. I would have liked more of... It was creative with the Hollywood aspect of it, but I don't know if, you know, I think it happened too quick, or it didn't need to happen at all. There's a ventilation shaft. That's what we're taking to Houston. Let me change my display too. I mean, it was a surprise in the book when that happened, but then I'm like,
Let's do this. I gotta get home in time for Maury.
she's gonna get home in time for Maury, so we're gonna have to speed this race, this delivery here. And I am all types of not prepared tonight for some reason. I have a lot of work on my plate this week, but we're supposed to get snow Monday into tomorrow, so into Tuesday. So even though I have a lot of work on my plate, I am really hopeful for a snow day on Tuesday. Didn't get to drive as much as I wanted to today. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a lot of driving today during the day, and it just didn't happen.
Go straight on.
Important
That's right.
things like naps got in the way. But I know, yeah, the he said, she said, he said stuff, yeah.
Go straight on. That's right.
141 on the server. I hope your weekend on call wasn't that bad. Oh, you know what I didn't do yet? I don't know if it's profile based. In my single player, I turned the brightness up a little bit so on my side I could see a little bit. All right. Oh, I'm trying to drive 58, then we'll pick up 40. We'll be on 40 for a while. Well, that's not bad, except for the fact that, like, you know, you're kind of locked in there. I gotta remember, I might be profile specific. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that it was quiet, so you just got paid. Actually, and you got paid to listen to books. I won't name it, the other part of it. And I got quite a chuckle out of suggesting to Sparrow deliver books. The one thing I like when this is silly, but one of the things I like when I do drive this Kenworth is on my hood there, you can see the orange lights from my taillights up top. From up there, those guys. Is the time change next weekend already? Oh, it is, isn't it? Ugh. We'll lose an hour next week? Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. My weekend, I'm in New York that week. I'm losing an hour that weekend. I get a discount from the hotel. I'm getting gypped an hour. Front desk. Yeah, this is Spring Ford, correct? Yes, sir. So please make sure you change all your clocks to an hour forward so you're not late to anything. Yeah, well, about that, see, I'm paying money to stay in your hotel here, and actually, if you look at my bill, it's pretty big money. And I think I should be credited an hour because I got 1 hour short on your stay. Well, sir, I mean, that's just the way things go. Yeah, but isn't it an hour shorter? That's what I should do. God damn, it's dark. I don't know if it'd work at the hotel if I did it, but we give it a try. Actually, you know what? There probably is somebody out there in the world that has tried to do that.
I keep left there.
Yeah, I'm basically paying for a certain number of hours to have a room. Oh my God, you know what? Because I have normally my other truck is a 300-gallon tank. So this one at a 220, I'm going to actually have to fuel up again on this trip. Normally I don't have to. This is called like the Spice Weasel torture truck. I gotta remember that tonight because I've been used to having those 300-gallon tanks.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
I am not. I don't mind it getting dark later, but I am not a fan of the whole losing an hour in a weekend. Anyway, see if somebody was there. I mean, why can't we just do the time change, move an hour forward, like when we're at work? Then I'm all for it. I'd happily spring forward if it was during the workday. Oh, is that the one that you had shunned and put to the side? That you've had to coddle it back and remind it that you do care about it? Hypnosis. No. At first, after you put it away, and then when you picked it back up, it was probably just sitting there with his little shawl arms, being like, "Woof." You know, upset. Yeah, but I bet you it still doesn't feel special because you put it to the side. Do you already? So what's the? There's not another project in the works, right? No. So it's carrying in the doesn't mind because it knows that you can't take good care of it. Then have you already kind of started working on the next one, or you have an idea, or you? I got somebody up here. Coming up on your left. Oh, he's got a triple. That triple trailer I was passing, I was like, hopefully he's all right. Iceman, thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well. So the black blue shawl to work on, plus the orange blanket. So you still have other projects that you have started then. So other shunned products. Thank you very much, Iceman. Somebody watch the road. All the way. Look at that. Is that like that's yarn talk? The whips, the work in progresses, or the whip? Is that like the equivalent of teenagers with sus? Yeah, I knew that, right? That person is pulling triples or quads is actually pretty much keeping speed with me. After I blew through them. I'm just gonna, you know what? So what I'm gonna do is I'll go into a Joann's Fabrics, which is something that Jammer never does, and I'm gonna go in there and say, hey, I got a lot of whips. Can you help me? You know, finish out my whips, and see if they know. I think I might get escorted out of the store if I ask for whips. Sir, this is a Joann Fabrics and not an adult store, so we don't have whips here. Yeah, but my friend Tracy says she got whips all around her place, and she's a naughty hooker. Sir, this is clearly the wrong number. We just got fabric in here, okay? All right, let's see. We should be, yeah, we're on 40, kicking around. The way to go, still 1,300 miles. Welcome, bye California, hi Arizona. That might have already happened though. Well, that happened a little while ago, but
Go straight on. That's right.
we're too busy calling Joann's Fabrics at the time. I'm pulling out the phone voice often tonight, right? We called the hotel to complain about spring forward and get gypped an hour. Calling Joann Fabrics.
Hey, bud. Delete your history, man. Delete your history in your Google.
Should I talk?
Try that. Try deleting your history in your Google. Hey, old man.
Oh, Jedi's
Go
doing.
straight on.
Hey,
That's right.
Jedi, how are you? Safe travels. I don't know.
Bro,
I don't know if Jedi's talking to another driver or what he was talking about.
we're good on holiday, old drummer.
Let's Matt Jammer is just confused.
Go straight
Oh,
on.
right now I'm just on TMP. Just being a loner, a rebel. Right now we're on our way to Houston. Pats Nation, thank you for the follow. Hope all is well for you. OTR did a massive convoy last night for their 4th anniversary, and I still was a loner, a rebel then, but they had, was it 130 driving together last night, various VTCs. Got two trucks behind me a little ways. Frozen, you on TMP sometimes, or generally drive single player or private convoys? Just paying attention stuff, making sure the people behind me are safe. This is bullshit. What the hell? They want me to drive a truck and pay attention? But I tend to drive on TMP a lot, sometimes single player if I'm just kind of, if I need to pause here and there and stuff like that. Oh man, I must have hit an uphill climb and not be paying attention. I haven't driven this Kenworth in a while. I felt neglected, kind of like Tracy's works in progress. On our way to Houston,
Go
out
straight
of
on.
Bakersfield.
That's right.
Another night of me feeling like I'm in the dark all the time on TMP. Just the time I get on. Oh, Jedi's catching on me. I gotta pay attention. I got you coming up, Jedi, so you're good.
Alright, my brother, I'm picking up to the 17 anyway, brother.
10-4. Jedi is like,
Looking good, old man. Looking good, brother.
he's like right behind me. I saw him gaining speed on me and like, ooh.
17, here I go.
I'm heading off to Houston. I got a ways to go.
Go straight on. That's right.
Where you going?
Nobody can hear me. I got a ventilation shaft going to Houston.
Are you taking the 7?
Just gonna stay on 40.
Are you going all the way to Aberdeen? I'll see you down that way anyway. That's where I'm going, brother.
right, 10-4. See you in a bit.
Hey, my brother.
Oh no. Hey, don't ever hit your parking brake while you're driving. Holy crap.
What?
I hit my damn space bar grabbing the CB. Hit the parking brake.
Yeah, I just dodged your bumper, brother. And then he rammed into you.
Oh, that was fun, wasn't it? Why am I not now, All right, let's start going. That was fun, huh? Professional driver right here. Oh, plus I'm going downhill, I think. Great. I bumped the damn... And now I'm stalling. So, professional driver right here. I bumped... So the space bar... I don't use the space bar for a parking brake. But it is an option. And when I put my CB back down, I decided to bump the space bar, which therefore then put the parking brake on and just said, "You're stopping." And I had Jedi right behind me. We got very lucky. Woo! I have never had that happen to me before until tonight. I'm like, why the hell is the truck stopping? Ugh. That's professional level right here. Safe travels, safe travels. Luckily, I got the hell out of the road. I still can't believe I did that. Let's see what this parking brake does.
Go straight on. That's right.
Oh, I never knew this Kenworth actually has like an analog clock there. I mean, it's one thing to hit the damn park and brake by mistake if nobody's around you, but when you get somebody right on you. You know what I need to do? Is the screw? I'm wondering if I take like the slot that holds the CB, you know, the silver, and I attach another one here to the wheel, and then that way I would have it right there. Always an adventure in the truck with me. I meant to fix this and then when, because I like it about there. Just on the 40 for a while. Have to send Jedi a message later on. All right, somebody watch the road. All right, guys are doing a good job keeping an eye on the road. Oh, I got people up here. Got some drivers ahead of me, so I'll take back over watching the road. I'll just slow down and stay behind them, I think, for a little bit. Two of them driving together.
Go straight on. That's right.
All right, trying to kind of match their speed. I was catching them at 78. Now they're pulling away. I'll go back up to 78.
Go straight on. That's right.
Not even 30 minutes in. It's now it's 40, but before I did something stupid tonight. I forgot this noise. I gotta remember my fail button. Surprised it doesn't get worn out. Bye, Arizona. Hi, New Mexico. Here comes our triple trailer we passed earlier, but then fortunately didn't smash into me. And the gallop we go. Got a couple drivers up ahead of me a little bit. Somebody behind me. About 1,000 miles to go. Pulling away from the guy with the triple trailer. Assuming you don't hit your parking brake on. This is a pretty easy drive so far, just across the interstate. Okay, less than 1,000 to go. Typical on this route, but it's been nice. There's lots of people popping up in my players near me. Okay, coming into Albuquerque. Gonna keep cutting across New Mexico here. Okay, Albuquerque, here we are. We're inside you.
I keep left there.
I'm keeping left. I'm doing it. Huh.
I keep left there.
There's something happened to one of the drivers because those two were together earlier. That damn truck, he says I can't send two different traffic reports that quick apart. I'm like, there were two hazards. I guess I gotta pick which hazard's more important. Oh, we're coming up to the halfway point of this trip. We've only came close to dying once, right? I'd say that's a win.
Here we go again. It's like you're calling all the shots before I shoot them. And I hate that.
Changed it up tonight. Tonight was just like, this was like chill something. Couple nights of rock, so let's kind of chill it down tonight. Next week I'll be at my other place. I'll actually be driving automatic. Using my old wheel, which means I gotta remember all the buttons. I don't have the button box or anything there. We're creeping towards that Texas border. Maybe I'll fuel up when we're near like Amarillo right there. Must need to add a near-death counter to the stream. I can't believe Tracy even gets in the truck anymore. Been along for a lot of incidents. Yeah, apparently. I mean, either that or you're like one of those people that, like, you know, it's their thing to be injured or in a hospital. I mean, now granted, last night at the Canadian border, that wasn't like an accident or near death. That was almost just getting incarcerated by Border Patrol for me driving all over their lawn when I went to the wrong spot. So that wasn't an injury. Give it time though tonight. I mean, we didn't hit anything tonight, but give it time. I mean, the train gates and the drawbridge, those were probably the two worst ones so far. Gotta keep left. I love telling you that. I mean, the number of whiplashes you must have alone, Tracy. Just invested in a closet full of neck braces. It's funny, earlier, Jedi was talking about going a scenic route. I generally, just like I drive in real life, the GPS will go this way, I go that way. All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Tracy, and good lurk. Or if it's food time or whatever's going on. Actually, for you, it's way too early for food time. Getting towards the edge of New Mexico. Anybody let me know if you want to buy any souvenirs before we leave the state.
Now keep left there. Now keep left there.
Texas time soon. At least the sun will be rising on the server soon. Okay, just over 1,000 miles down. 650 to go. Bye, New Mexico. Hi, Texas. Still on 40. Now we're in Texas. We're gonna go through Amarillo, then Wichita Falls. know the last time I drove this Kenworth.
Now keep left there.
I think sometimes she needs to talk just so I know that she's there. Ah. A partnership help situation.
Now keep left there.
So was it, did he have like an LED light over his head? Like he had an idea? LED light idea? Ding!
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Eventually that road to Oklahoma City will be available once Oklahoma comes out. Ah, so he didn't have an idea.
Go straight on. That's right.
Safe travels, safe travels. What the? Oh, all right. I thought something went wrong with my truck. I heard the engine go off. I'm gonna do some upgrades, I think, sometime on my system here, and when I do, I gotta rip everything apart, and I am not. It'll be great for my truck driving because I don't have the same monitors across, but I am not looking forward to unwiring all this shit. Need to fly digital up here to do it for me. So I gotta ask him if that's a Dig Prime feature now that I think about it. Oh yeah, hi Dig Prime. With my membership that I paid you $0 for, I'd like you to fly on up to where I am and take everything apart, put it all together with my new stuff, clean it up. If you could do that, please, and thank you. I think Dig Prime would tell me that's not in my my benefit program there. Yeah, somebody watch the road. Oh my God. So there's somebody in my group that I think that sounds like last night did the same thing by mistake, hit the parking brake. That's funny. I am not alone. Less than 500 miles to go. We're gonna need a fuel stop though. Just not enough fuel. We would have to coast the last 40 miles or so. Those 300-gallon tanks are nice.
Go straight on. That's right.
All right, on our way to Wichita Falls. Maybe I'll grab a fuel when we're there. Get it out of the way. Yeah, I'm so used to GTA RP and everything that anytime I approach a gas station, I just envision the tank exploding. This has happened to my character so many times. You think about Tracy, where like, you know, your husband, you need to hold something still for a minute. Like, just, you know, like, you know, single or whatever, like, people, you're trying to do shit. You don't have somebody to do that. Yeah. Yeah, the hold on, keeps this still person. For richer, for poorer, the whole thing still. Well, and he's always warm with all the shawls and blankets, right? Plus, you're an awesome person. Fake crumpled heart. Hi, Sparrow. Wait, in GTA or in your truck? You don't, I mean, Tracy's been in a lot of whiplash incidents in my truck here. But generally it's like train gates closed real quick, or drawbridge, or hi. We're in a new town, right? Coming in Wichita Falls. I think I'll fuel up here. Sparrow's just like, woo, 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 woo. I'm a driver. Is that what you're doing? Bonus points. I hit a sign. Bonus points. Oh, so you can turn off in the gameplay if you don't want to get fined for everything. You can turn that shit off. If you got fines on it, I don't even want to know how many red lights and yeah, that's, I think in the gameplay settings you can turn that off. Oh, there you go. I used to do that. There's a few stuff not here.
Now keep left there.
Yeah, sure. Look at me. I don't even stop at red lights. I mean, if there's another truck on our server here, then I will. But yeah, I don't know if actually, you know, and I don't know if you would get. I don't think you get a fine in the game if you kept it on. Digital might get a dedicated server, and then Sparrow, you can wreck things on that all the time.
Now keep left there.
Oh, that's the fuel island. All right, well, we didn't get the fuel there. Yeah, it's, I mean, you can play any way you want, right? So you can have all the fines on, and you can get tired and need to stop at rest stops. Yeah, I know Dig just looked at it. But his server will just, it'll find me for everything. Jammer looked out the side window. That's pretty right there. Hold on, let me. There we go. I'll watch over here on the side mirror monitor. A 3-monitor life. Oh, why don't you go this way? You always know. See, at least I have the other monitor so I can watch where I'm driving. Pretty right there with the sun rising. And look at that. See, I give you the views. Here, let's open a window. There you go. Get the nice morning air coming in. All right, back to the main monitor for me. There. I gave you some. That's why Tracy gets in the truck with me. We get the view sometimes. I mean, if you keep the way stations on, Sparrow, you gotta, what it says, like, exit for way station, you'll see the little thing, you gotta stop on the scale. You gotta, like, it to, like, pull off a little bit. Hey, Max. Well, right now I'm taking a shaft to Houston. So I'm taking my shaft. Ventilation one. Get ready to go into Fort Worth. Actually, is there fuel coming up here? Alright, maybe when we get on the 20 there. And I'm driving my Kenworth, which I haven't driven in a long time. Looks like you had fun last night, Max, and convoy. You jumped right in with both feet in, going on a big convoy like that. It's cool when that happens. Tonight I put my CB down and hit the space bar for my
Now keep left there.
parking brake to come on when Jedi was behind me. It was great. Hope you're having a good Sunday, Max. But Sparrow, I would recommend, yeah, just turn off the fines for now for you. Then there is a no traffic mod on Steam, and then that way you can smash into whatever the hell you want if you want. Yeah, that was a big time convoy too. Sparrow didn't read the title of the game right. She read American Truck Smashing, or Smasher. Yeah. Sparrow's like, oh, American Truck Smasher. I could just go, whoa, ksh, oh. And if you just want to open road, like on TruckersMP, there's no traffic, but
And then exit right.
there is there's a mod on the Steam Workshop that's no traffic.
Exit right.
Okay, this is the right one. I thought I was getting off the right spot. Wrong spot for a minute. And then that way you don't have traffic on the roads either if you don't want. Sometimes I like the traffic, but I get used to not having it a lot. The one mod I always tell people that I took off once, yeah, is there is a mod that you can remove all the X's where the roads don't really exist on the map, and don't ever get rid of that, because if you by mistake drive on one of those roads. It'll work for a minute, and then you'll fall into the abyss of hell. We're gonna get off here and fuel. Spice is freaking out. It's only 25 gallons in the tank.
Never mind, sugar. I'll find us a new route.
Thanks, darling.
Go straight on.
Why
That's right.
was my J brake not kicking?
Recomputing.
Yeah, I just drove into the abyss.
And then turn left. Finding a new route. When possible, make a U-turn.
You got it. Oh, we're gonna ignore these arrows that I'm driving against right now. We see nothing. $4.74, better than that California gas. I mean, when I'm normally driving a 300-gallon tank, man, that's 80-gallon difference when I'm doing these long drives. It's weird for me to have to do that. Okay. Next stop, Houston. 227 miles to go. Everybody, hopefully you got your snacks. Okay, apparently we're not going out that way. Oh man, apparently I'm going out the entrance. Rerouting, I'm going the way you want.
Turn left.
Yep. It's called the Sparrow effect.
Keep left. And then turn left.
Tracy sees me forget to drive all the time.
Turn left.
There's also a mod that might be good for your Sparrow called the No Damage mod. Sparrow's gonna make a delivery and they're gonna be like, yeah, no thanks. It's all broken. There's tons of mods out there. I mean, you know, single player mods, you can, like, I could drive to Cleveland. It won't look like Cleveland though, the modded maps, but the roads will be the right ones. I'm on my way to Houston right now. I think I just went through Wichita Falls. I'm south of Fort Worth. Now I'm gonna hit 45. Well, I know it's Cleveland. Of course it's terrible. I've driven outside of Cleveland before. On my way to Detroit.
And then keep right.
There's that sun rising.
Keep right. And then exit right.
Actually, I had another gaming friend. I can't hear my J brake as well on this one, so I don't know what now it's working. Oh, I gotta switch for it on there. When I was driving outside of Cleveland, there's another gaming friend that I had was from Cleveland area, and I think I texted him or something when we were outside of Cleveland. I said, "Yeah, I'm near Cleveland. I can smell the suckage from here." There's whatever highway kind of goes on the outskirts of it, you know, around it. Let's get this shaft delivered. The big shaft too. Okay, we're on 45 now for a while. Oh, and then look at that. We're going to get off right near 69. We're taking the shaft near 69. Oh, are you? Yeah, well, it'll be because I'll take a little break too. I'll be there soon, but pretty interesting that we're taking the shaft to 69. That'll be a good drive, Max. I mean, if you want to, because I'll probably take a quick bathroom break. It's up to you if you know, if you want to wait around or, I don't know if you're in OTR chat or not. I generally don't go in there when I'm streaming, especially because then just all these voices going on. Actually, the delivery I'm doing is you think one that Sparrow would do. Good trip to start the night. Actually, I gotta determine too. I forgot it's Last of Us night, so I don't know. Oh, somebody's just watching me. They just put a picture of us.
Keep left there.
Forgot it's Last of Us night, so I gotta determine if I'm gonna watch it tomorrow morning or stop early tonight. You're in Gillette right now. We're all over the place right now. Some of my friends there, right? Garbs is in Provo. Less than 100 miles to go. Somebody watch the road. They've just been messing with Sim dashboard, man. That's cool. Garbs, how are you? I just said, actually just said that you're. I was just looking at my friends online that you're in Provo. Good. I said somebody watched the damn road. I'm too busy. You know, if somebody that is special to me sends me a message, a DM, I go to it immediately. The hell with the shaft that I'm carrying. I don't think you heard earlier, Dig, that I'm going to use my Dig Prime services. I'll buy new arms, a couple more 27-inch monitors. We'll have to rip all this wiring up and redo it all. And I think I'm going to use my Dig Prime service, fly you on up here and have you do it all. And while you work, I'll just sit and talk to you the entire time. I know you would love that. Hope you've been having a good time on the road, Garbs. Obviously, I think you're enjoying it. I just have this slight sense that Garbs is enjoying himself. I should have clipped it earlier. I did a winner. I was talking to Jedi, who's an OTR, and I put my CB down earlier, and he was behind me, like 100 clicks behind me there, and I somehow, I don't know, I somehow hit the space bar, which activated the parking brake, which in the middle of 40 just. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be learning from you. You probably know more than I do now.
Keep right, and then exit right.
And Psycho's awesome to hang with. He's a great guy.
Exit right.
Driving to Kenworth tonight. I haven't driven this one in a while. This used to be my main truck that I would drive. Still the J-brake on this one. That Peterbilt sound's been the best one. That's not bad, but it's not as good as the Peterbilt.
Go straight on. That's right.
We gotta take
Keep
a look.
left, and then turn left.
Like, I seriously, you just started, but you might know more than I do now.
Turn left.
And the one nice thing with this truck compared to the Peterbilt is that there's a J-brake light on here, so I know when it's on or off. If there's one on the Peterbilt, I don't never see it. That's awesome. How are you, Gamer Freak? I have Euro, and actually I have all that stuff myself, even though I typically been playing on ATS. There's a ton of content there on Euro.
Keep right, and then turn right.
All right, let's drop this shaft off.
Turn right.
So you just went all in then. You're like, I'm getting it all. That's what, in ATS, that's what's happened in the Garbs. He just started driving. He just got first he's like, oh, I'll just get the main game. And he's like, oh, maybe I'll get a couple maps. And then he's like, I'll buy more.
Turn left. Turn left.
We did it. Oh, wrong button. It helps if I'm ready. So you like playing on Euro? Where the hell's my delivery? Call me confused. I don't know where the hell. How the hell am I getting there? Is it supposed to turn in further down there? Jammer's lost. My drop off. Yeah, see? See where my drop off is? Yeah, I see that. There's a bunch of gates. Maybe I turned in the wrong spot? Maybe I should have gone in the entrance before? I don't think I can get in that way. Oh, there's another gate right here. I see it. I think there's a gate here. I've never had a drop off like this before. Jesus. I'm hoping it's this gate right here. We're kind of that big of a deal that we can park right next to a plane. We're gonna take our shaft right to the plane. Yep. All right. That was a bit confusing for a minute. I was like, oh, well, I just want to drive right up into the goddamn plane. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, and it sounds like the engine's on, so it's a good idea. Let's park our truck right in front of plane engines. I can see Max has found me. Max, if you want to get in voice in a few minutes, I can do that. If you want to do a drive together. What the hell? Am I not straight? Motherfucker. This has been one hell of a trip. Let's just keep driving towards the plane. Agato's right near us too. All of a sudden my friends near me OTR list is popping. All right, 1,662 miles. I am going to I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna turn this volume off, so obviously we don't have to listen to a plane the whole time I'm going. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and actually my drinks are pretty full. I'll be back in a few minutes. Be right back.
In the backdrop of your mind, could I bring you summer? Don't you forget this ain't the end. I'll pay, I'll steal, I'll borrow. I will drink your poison, drop by drop, drop by drop. I will drink your poison, drop by drop. Until you fall for me, you fall for me. You just around a bit, but not for long. 'Cause you'll be falling for me, falling for me. I'm staying on the edge, but not for long. 'Cause you'll be falling for, yeah, you'll be falling for, oh, you'll be falling for. I will drink your poison. Drop by drop, drop by drop. I will drink your poison. Until you're falling for me, you're falling for me. You're just around a bit, but not for long. 'Cause you'll be falling for me, falling for me. I'm standing on the edge, but not for long. 'Cause you'll be falling for, yeah, you'll be falling for, oh, you'll be falling for, you'll be falling for me.
Am I the boy you dreamed of? living in your subconscious. Do you believe in love? And is it because of me? If it's up to me, say it all. Am I the boy you dreamed of? Living in your subconscious. Do you believe in love? And is it because of me? Yeah, if it's up to me, say it all. No, I can't get enough. My eyes roll back and fill with trust. We didn't meet by love.
All right. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna pop into voice chat. Let's see, I think it sounds like Max wants to do a ride together. I miss you both.
Do you?
I came in here. Words hurt. All right. See what we're doing next. So, Max, are you near or did you go?
I'm near. I'm right down the road from you.
Okay, Gato is
Oh, he's up next to you.
yeah, he's right next to me. He just delivered too.
Oh. Yeah, he started pulling away from me.
Do you have a load?
Yeah.
In my pants.
Streaming.
Copy.
Now wait, do I have to come to your location to right click and share it, or do I just do it?
As long as you can see my name.
Oh, all right. Yep, let me try it.
You'll still have to come over here and pick it up.
Where is it? Because that's what screws things up.
It's down the road from you.
What's the name of the place?
International. It's quite literally right down the road from you. Like, I can drive to you in a second.
All right. Where are we looking here? In Houston?
I'm sort of kind of right next to you.
Oh, I got the dot. I see it. I see it.
Yep.
All right, let me pull out here and go around, and then I'll get the load. My tank is 220, so I'll just have to, I might have to fuel here and there.
Alright, I'm 300.
Yeah, this is my first time. I haven't had 300 in a while, so it's
Hopefully you can pull 37,000 pounds.
Oh yeah, all the time. All right, give me a minute to pick up the load.
Yep.
In his pants.
I can't hear you over this damn plane engine.
Let's do
Giggity.
This was a hell of a drop-off spot.
It is.
So Jim, I can confirm the clock works on this one.
I gotta do like a 50-point turn to get the fuck out of here.
Did you track to current job or did you accept it?
I haven't taken a job yet. I wanted to go
okay.
find where the pickup point is first.
Yeah,
Oof. Did you just hit that
I
tote?
think you did.
I hit everything. Did you see the circle? Hold on.
Yeah, Max and I learned a lot of cool things on how to like use similar jobs and all that stuff.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Max also learned how to import trucks today,
Import.
like the ones that Psycho was posting.
Oh yeah,
No, you guys are gonna have to teach me.
yeah.
I may or may not have a
Turn right.
Kenworth engine inside my Mac.
You are absolutely right, Tracy. I don't know why I talked to any of them.
I have a 2,500 horsepower engine in my Kenworth.
Lots of troublemakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Caterpillar engine. Yeah, it's in my Mac.
We're dragging that big ass thing.
Yep.
My truckie's been acting weird a lot lately. It pops off and. Well, I'm gonna be driving with Max. That's part of the reason why I went in the voice. I'm not that friendly.
Woody.
You know.
Ready to turn right.
I forget I'm not on push to talk anymore.
Yeah, I am since I'm on stream.
Turn right.
I'm gonna do that right now, actually. So that way
Was a nice
I'm
ride.
not doing CB
Make sure you
and
come back and visit me, all right?
Discord.
Yeah, I pretty much leave mine on push to talk unless I'm in a Discord where we're just like hanging out.
I realize there are some things that I accidentally say while streaming with the open mic.
All right, picking up the trailer.
You might have to back up to hook up.
Yeah, I'm getting used to this push the talk button on my wheel.
Oh, that's nice that you have it set there.
Yeah,
Until you have to do like a 180 with your wheel.
I'm just not talking to you guys then.
Yeah, hold on, I'm not talking.
Focus. Concentrate.
Like poke or die.
There's a curb, but we're gonna go right over it.
Alright, let's see here. Let's
I gotta get I gotta find a way to get it set up a CB mic because I hate that for some reason in TMP you can only use X
Okay, here we go.
or a CB mic, and so I'll be trying to press X while using my keyboard to turn right, and it gets quite tricky.
Yeah, that's I tried mapping it to my wheel once when I'm not here and I'm at my other place because I don't have the button box and it sucks.
I just end
like
up holding
even
X and
you can't
turning
even do a
left.
secondary map.
Nope.
You can, but it doesn't seem to work.
Not on TMP, it don't work.
Huh.
It'll
So
work
if I
on
set
the
it on my
game.
Stream Deck, well, I could set my Stream Deck to X. Never mind.
Turn left.
Yeah, and that's what you do is you just
All
set
right, we
your
got a bunch of
Stream
stuff
Deck right
going
as
on.
you set that CB mic.
All right, Max, if you want to start
X.
moving out, I'm coming.
Yep, I'm moving.
Well, I guess that's why people haven't heard me then, because mine is set to my wheel, and
Yeah, I noticed that too. And so when you look up there in the top, you don't get trigger lights unless you press X.
Max, I got about 1,300 miles fuel.
2,160. I'll have to stop halfway with the end fill up.
Yeah, I'll just
Well,
tell you
you're
what
not
I'm
gonna go far
feeling.
at that speed.
I'm so used to having 300-gallon tanks, and now I have a 220, and I'm like, ugh.
What are you in, Kenworth? W900?
Yeah, I used to drive this Kenworth a lot. I want to drive it tonight.
Keep right.
Peterbilt's still my favorite,
Did you get the first one or the second one?
but this is probably the first one from long ago.
Oh.
What is that? Your Kenworth when you started with OTR?
Probably.
Keep left. And then turn left.
Oh, I'm still so glad I was in the front of the pack.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be driving with Max
Jammer,
here.
look at Discord. That's with it on, with the truck on.
No, then you yell at me for to watch the road in my stream. I'm not looking.
Okay, don't look.
The fucking Max just ditched me. He's not even near me anymore.
Oh, I was doing 53. I was getting towards the highway.
That's all right. We're going to the same spot, so up to Aberdeen, right?
Yep.
2,300 miles. God damn it. That's fine by me. So I might finish early tonight because of Last of Us. I'm coming.
Keep right, and then
Corners
exit
suck.
right.
Especially when you got a huge load behind you.
Exit right.
So this really throws me off. I can't tell you what happened, but when I copied this load, my left GPS is not a phone now. Which I like having.
Your left GPS is not a phone. Oh.
No, it changed on me. I don't know what the hell
I see
happened.
what you're talking about. It's like a phone that got turned on its side.
Yeah, I like the phone because then I had it's like the long, so now I don't have that.
Oh no.
I don't know what happened. I didn't have that problem yesterday.
I don't know. All right, let me know when you hit a speed.
That DLC.
Let's see what Digital was talking about.
I set cruise control to 79.
Diz, that's really cool.
What's not cool is my pedals aren't working for some reason. Crap.
You got a Fred Flintstone it?
I don't know.
You said 79, Max?
Yep.
I can't believe Jedi didn't crash into me earlier. Yeah, I think we're going all the way up to Washington.
That 100-meter distance in between.
He was at 100 or less.
Yeah, last night I kept running into garbs.
You only ran into me once.
I'm reporting both of you.
It was just really bad.
Yeah.
We're going 2,300 miles there, Tracy.
Because of how many trucks we had in the convoy.
This is what happens when I let Max pick the drive we're doing.
Just slammed into the rear end.
I was doing 80 and going around a turn onto a off ramp.
Yeah, don't do 80 off an off ramp.
I keep left there.
I was keeping up with garbs.
Dude, those OTR guys are crazy.
Yeah.
They do 80 nonstop.
I know.
Off-ramp does not matter.
78's my comfort level, and then I hit the J brake when I know I'm getting off.
I'm gonna stop to 78.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to hear beeping.
No, I know they'll hit 80 around the curve even. Yeah. I don't even know what we're carrying. Oh, we're carrying an excavator, huh? Max and I.
So where are y'all headed?
Aberdeen.
Houston to Aberdeen, 2,300 miles.
Don't look at my driving, it's horrible.
Okay, everybody in my stream, judge Max on his driving. He's right ahead of us. Tracy's gonna have snacks for us when we get there.
161,000.
I'll be back.
Yeah, at the end of the night last night, I'm
Carrying
not gonna throw
40.
any names out there, but someone did like almost 100,000 pounds of concrete.
Yeah, no thanks.
Like over. And was keeping head of the pack.
Yeah, it was at the head of the pack and rolling 4 trailers.
Ooh, I feel bad for that.
Oh,
dude. He
that's
tried to
bad.
exit.
I forget what the accident report is for Truckee.
Yeah, I don't know that much yet.
Hey, there's a dude up there with a 4-wheeler.
Alt V is if there's a vehicle on the side of the road.
So I saw on Truckee today in a traffic report, and it said that there was 2 accidents involving 33 people.
On Euro or not ETS?
I think it was Euro, yeah.
There's parts of Euro that they had like over 3,000 on their server.
Yeah.
And some of them are trolls. Like that person from Poland was in mine last night, and he's like, it sucks when they're awake. The ATS is so empty, but everybody's so much nicer here.
Yeah, most of the time. We had a couple incidences last night.
Yeah, that kind of sucked though.
A couple guys got banned from the OTR last night.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Wait, was that accident, Max? Did he just jackknife? I didn't see 2 trucks
just
there.
Jackknifed because he went to turn onto a non-road. He ran right into the X's.
That's my kind of driving. That was like what happens on mine.
I'm not gonna lie, I have hit the X's before.
That's one thing I haven't hit. Like, I've gone off-road, I've hit guardrails, I've almost flipped over guardrails.
And the only time I've ever wrecked my truck to the point that it won't roll is last night when I had to load back in because I got kicked for it while we were sitting in the parking lot.
And someone parked on top of them.
And yeah, someone parked on top of me and so my trailer started bucking like a Bronco.
Yep. That's what happened to me too.
That's one of the new things with Truckee and the premium is and they approved it through TMP with an AFK. So at 9 minutes, it puts a command into chat so you don't get kicked.
Yeah, you just got to make sure that you stay in the drive window so that it can access chat.
Yep.
Yeah, so what happened to me was the chat bugged out last night. So
Tracy, you gonna start making some food for us?
The fix, or
I would like a shawl as well, please. If you have one, you know, for 1,000 extras.
Still don't understand how I bugged that.
I just made a mental note: never take a load of Max's without finding out what it is.
Yep. Why can that Kenworth not handle it?
Giggity.
Oh no, it can handle this, but it's like, oh, it's 1 in the morning. I'll do a quick drive. Yeah, here's a 3-hour drive.
Oh, you're talking about the other night.
Cream of mushroom soup and biscuits. I'm in.
Yeah, the other night when it was
And then exit right.
the 3 of us hanging out.
Hey Tyler, get those miles. Safe travels.
Exit right.
Last night I was on with them until like almost 4 o'clock in the morning.
4:38 Eastern. I was like, y'all
That
are
sounds
some
good,
crazy
Tracy.
bastards.
Hey, I'm in Cayenta.
I also think I broke my CB because no one can hear me through it.
Homemade cream of mushroom sounds delicious. Get me hungry again.
Now keep left there.
Jammer, am I disappearing on you?
I J-braked around that hill, so I'm at 70 right now.
I have the J brake toggled.
I'm still set at 78. What was that, Didge?
If you go into your force feedback settings and put
Now keep
one
left there.
little tick of engine resonance to your force feedback, you get a nice little interesting ride.
I'm streaming. I can't be mounting my wheel.
You don't have to mount your wheel.
Well, if it's vibrating, I mean, you know.
That's not what I'm talking about. It's just more, it's very realistic, vibrating and turning
Yeah,
it
he doesn't
slow,
want to mount his wheel.
turning at slower speed is
Keep right, and then turn
much
right.
more difficult.
I backed off to 65 to let you catch up.
Yeah, I'm catching you already. I'm at 340.
Keep right.
Yeah, so around, I want to say like 10 or something last night, I jackknifed up in Fresno. And so it took me about almost 45 minutes to catch back up with the convoy.
Was it really laggy?
No, it wasn't.
Going up towards
I
Fort
mean,
Worth.
When I sent you that picture, like, my frames were dropping slowly. And then when we got like to 110 plus,
Max,
that's
if you want to
when-
pick up, I'm at 170, closing
that's
in.
when frames started going.
I'm slowing down because I'm catching.
Alright, I'm set to 80, so I can speed up a bit.
Keep right, and then turn
Yeah,
right.
it was a little laggy when we all started leaving the truck stop.
Turn right.
I think final head count was
Gotta do it
somewhere,
right.
was somewhere in the 130
We only
range.
see Max almost wipe out there, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
What, to mount my wheel?
Population
Is
of
that
300 plus people. Which I thought was kind of crazy.
Oh, Max in Fresno, where he jackknifed. That's true. We normally yell at out Fresno when we're out there, right? Okay, I gotta build speed back up. I'm going back up to 78, but I'm hitting 66 right now.
Back, I'm up to 75 right now.
They're talking about mounting my steering wheel, Tracy. I wouldn't do that on stream.
back.
72.
That's a Twitch
I'm
ban.
making a run up north to break some drugs over the Canadian border.
I still need to install all of that mod.
Clench them butt cheeks when you go to the border.
This tells me how many hours till I have to rest.
Oh, so you had the rest
Nothing.
on?
No,
we
I don't.
Let me say, yeah, we turned rest off.
It's just that, I mean, it actually says the amount of time instead of just a meter that is colored or whatever.
Yeah.
So he you know what, Tracy? It's because he knew about Tracy in Fresno that he got
Hey,
distracted.
Want to watch the road for me?
Sure, I'd like to watch the road. I watched the road really well when you almost missed the goddamn exit and slammed into the guardrail.
Wow.
Oh, you're slowing down. What the, oh boy.
You didn't watch the road for me.
I watched it. I watched you almost drive off.
Was that payback for almost letting you crash a couple times?
I know. I tell you guys to watch the road and you don't. Here, I'm backing off because I'm catching.
I just pushed it up to 78. I'm on a slight incline.
I gotta slow it down.
So, Jammer, do you have your other GPS, like a little far right corner, and then the players near you on another screen?
Yeah, mine's on the my monitor, right?
Yeah.
I love my horn.
I'm stealth like that way.
I like it.
It's just more crap on the screen during my stream.
Oh, that's what I was noticing. Is I like your stream looked so much nicer.
Thank you.
You need me to back off a bit?
Oh no, you're good. You're pulling away a little bit now.
Yeah.
Less than 2,000 miles to go.
It's supposed to say streamed by Digiprime, but he won't ever put it on there.
When you become my full-time producer, I damn well will.
I have trucks to drive.
What's up, fellas?
I did did jump in here in time to hear him make the
Hey,
comment. along the
Repo,
lines
have a
of,
safe trip
getting
out
Nico
there.
Set up his truck setup, or getting Ditch Prime to set the truck setup up. I just started laughing.
I don't know what he said.
See ya in there.
He said something with Discord.
Yeah, he's joining OTR.
Oh, okay, cool.
I didn't see him in the welcome, but
Looked like he was part of a company.
He threw his own name back on for player tag.
You mean like that up and coming company Dig Prime?
Yep.
I don't need a company. It's just me.
I thought you were gonna make a company for yourself.
And then turn left.
I'm my one man in a truck.
I would so create a second profile just to join
Turn
that.
left.
But it's just one man.
And it's two.
Well, then I gotta name it two men in a truck.
That's market infringement. They already have a 2-man in a truck.
Yeah, they do.
we
Yeah,
gotta go
yeah.
Now we have to have a third person.
Now you better
join
hire
in
a
just
third
to have 3
person.
people. Yeah.
Four-man. in a
Johnny.
truck.
I did hire like my third driver for one of my trucks that's just sitting. I gotta
Chat.
say that the job market out there, man, some of these truckers look pretty creepy.
I agree. That's why I haven't hired anyone.
It's like your resume looks good, but you look like you need a shower.
Jeremy, need me to back off a bit?
No, you're good. I'm reporting you to the Labor Department for being prejudiced to your applicants.
For clean shave?
Engine brake use prohibited.
Oh, you have not seen my player profile picture.
Oh, you ought to see mine.
I got the handlebar mustache.
Mine's hilarious.
My guy looks like the one of the singers from Home Free. I found I was looking for a chubby guy with a beard.
I'm climbing, Max. You might want to back a little bit. You're almost 360 ahead now. You're still in my visual though.
Drop it to 70.
Don't drop that far.
Okay, I'll drop to 75.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just tap your brake, drop down to like 75, and then reinitiate. By the time you get up to speed,
Yeah.
you should
I'd rather
catch
just
up.
mash a button 5 times.
Because when you drop too far, then I catch you, and then I gotta slow down, and then. Or I do it the Sparrow way, apparently, just smash in.
That's illegal. In 25 states.
Nothing's illegal in Texas. We're in Texas right now.
I forget that.
Are we referring to smashing in the rear as the Sparrow way now?
Yup. So that means I sparrowed you last night.
Yeah, you did.
It's a shame Sparrow's probably not in there now. Sparrow was in my stream earlier. I don't think she's in now.
Oh, lurking Turkin. Tell me when you need to stop off for gas, too.
Yeah, I still got 128 gallons right now.
That's not that. Nope. Gotta fuel at the next rest stop. If there's a gas station there.
If for spice, yes.
Gotta have max amount of fuel.
Still in Texas. Where are we? We're on our way to Amarillo. Before we head into.
Oh yeah, that repo dude did join the Discord.
Oh, cool.
So, how do you get your map to pull up like that while driving on TMP?
Just hit the M button. It should come up, and then you use tab to zoom how you want.
Really?
I didn't see the tab. Oh my god. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you slowing on me again?
I've been doing 75 the whole time.
All right, I'm up to 78. You can increase.
Going for 80.
I love that. I'm doing 78. I'm gonna do
Yeah, I'm
80.
doing 78. I swear, no matter what speed I did, I was not catching up to Rob last night or anyone.
Anytime I drive with Max from now on, I'm gonna watch a copy of this stream to remind myself. Don't let him lead.
Ask what the load is too.
But this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got excavators.
Yeah, you just gotta ask before you start. It was gonna be one singular jet engine, but I canceled it.
I mean, I pulled 37,000 pounds of butter that one time, so.
Yeah. I still have 36,000 pounds to go. That trailer's sitting in my driveway right now.
Hope you're enjoying watching there, Tracy. And how's that project coming?
Amarillo by morning.
Now I really don't need the GPS in my bottom right corner. I should just find a way to get rid of it.
Oh, because did you pull your field of view back so you can see your in-truck one?
Yeah, that's all I use the one on the right for, is for field of view. And now I just hit M. Because I use my phone like you do.
Yeah, until the game says never mind.
I'm stuck at 75 for some reason, even though...
And I'm 73, so we're good.
Yeah, the next rest stop we do stop at, I gotta turn off my map.
Good Lord. I'm gonna get in at 3 in the morning.
Yep.
What Max doesn't know, your stream, I'm not gonna push the talk for a second. What Max doesn't know is I'm just gonna keep going. Sure, Max, we'll stop.
Yep.
So it's like long sides around on the shawl.
What Jammer doesn't know is that I'm on push to talk, and I can just push to talk in game, so that way I can tell everyone in game that I still have 300 gallons to go.
Hey, don't make fun of my itty bitty tank. I'm older, I have to go more.
Yeah, it doesn't take me a bit to get it going.
Over 500 miles. Down? What truck are you pulling right now, Max?
I'm Kenworth W900.
Oh, look at that. We're twinsies.
Yeah.
But you got a 300 on there.
Yeah.
His
I
has
have
been
the second
upgraded. You haven't touched yours probably in a while.
Yeah, I also have a 2500
Go straight up.
horsepower engine in this. Oh hey, we reached Amarillo by morning.
Oh, y'all are driving through one of my truck garages then. The two garages I use the most are Amarillo and then Price.
Top edge down to the middle and back up, and then it just grows and grows.
Although I may transfer my Amarillo location to Corpus Christi.
No comment.
So I get some really long hauls from Corpus
You sure
Christi
are a
up to
naughty
Canada.
hooker.
Why not Texas to Oregon to Canada?
Corpus Christi is in Texas.
Oh.
Were you driving, Didge?
I am going from somewhere to somewhere else.
Oh, that's a pretty drive. I like that one.
Fuck.
Does it have
I
good
just
view?
said it too, and I don't even know. Hold on.
Should be down there at the bottom, right below your steering wheel.
I'm going from Flagstaff, Arizona to Spokane, Washington.
Oh, look at you starting to do them long runs too, huh?
It's a 51,000, so I'm taking it.
Did you finally get a truck?
Nope, I'm still working for the man.
And one day he's gonna
Come
open
work
his
for me.
own company.
It's almost a goal now to just keep going. Like, they're gonna be like, this dude's drove 3 million miles and hadn't even bought a truck yet.
3.5 feet. Wow.
There's some people that actually do that.
Hey, think of it this way: when you bang that truck up, it's not yours.
Or gas. I'm not paying for gas. I have zero gas. Everything's profit.
So you
Yeah,
might
don't
you
even
might
have to
take
pay
it.
for
Oh, so
damages.
what's going to be the long length when it's done, or you just until you decide you're done? Oh, Sparrow! Did you hear what we said earlier? We've now termed something that's sparrowed. It was the Sparrow guys. It was if you smash somebody in the rear, that's you sparrowed them, wasn't it?
Yeah, I sparrowed Garby last night.
Yeah, Max sparrowed Garbs last night. Correct.
Not on purpose though. It was on accident.
Sparrow approved.
Sure it was.
You know, when you're an object flying at 80 miles per hour and you know you slam into the back of something, it's like a unstoppable force.
Hey,
meets
Jug
an
Dog, thank you for the
immovable
sub. Subscribe with Prime, thank you very much. That's much appreciated.
I'm a big guy. There's lots of cushion back there.
Driving with one of the guys here on voice, and
I'm a big guy too. There's a lot of cushion in the front too, but
I don't know what the hell
That
they're
don't
doing
stop
right now, but
anything.
appreciate it. Thank you for the follow too. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. Hope everything's going well for you. We're taking this excavator from Houston up to Aberdeen because I let Max make the pick of what we were doing.
ooh, where are we entering? Where are we entering?
Very much appreciated. And Tracy's
New
going to finish the repeat, which
Mexico.
is currently 6 rows away. All right, let's bye-bye, Texas. Bye, New Mexico. Then it's got to remind us it's New Mexico again. Just in case we didn't see the first time. They're like, no, you're really in New Mexico. So circle on my pad here of the wheel is actually working really well for push to talk because my right thumb can hit it. We're on TruckersMP tonight. It's normally where I am anyway. Just got to New Mexico. And keep on 40, and then when we get to Albuquerque, we're gonna go up.
Only some parts.
It's the state spoke very highly of you.
Yeah, they sucked well.
Okay, then let me change my rating of my stream to X-rated now between where Sparrow and people. And I delivered a shaft to Houston that was right near Highway 69.
Oh, nice.
Hope everybody's having a good
About to wreck
Sunday
already.
evening for me. We got a good pace right now, Max.
I keep left there.
Where y'all
I know
headed?
we'd be picked up.
We're in New Mexico heading towards Albuquerque before we head north.
Oh,
We were going to go to Arizona, but then you said it sucks.
I butchered that name so badly. We're just heading through Tucum,
We always just say Tuku.
Macar. Yeah. It's Tucson.
If you want to annoy Tracy, instead of when at Chi, you say when to Chi. That tweaks Tracy.
When touchy?
Yeah, when you're up in Washington.
I think I
thought it was-
crashed near there last night.
I thought it was pronounced Wenatchee.
She's
I thought it was Wannahoochee.
You know why you crashed up there? Because you said it wrong, and then Tracy set out road spikes.
Is that why I couldn't stop when I sparrowed Garbs?
Because you said win a hatchet?
Win the top? Wait,
See,
I'm
Tracy,
sorry.
I don't butcher it nearly as bad as them.
Win an Anachi? Is that how you say it?
Wanaka?
She did sound it out for me, but I think it's Wenatchee.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee.
Because I listen to Tracy.
What do you do when win at a cheat?
All right.
Jammer, I found one with the navigation works. It just doesn't. It can't show the route. It's the route that doesn't get sent outside of the game.
I'm surprised your clock's working, because in single player will, but TMP it typically doesn't. Oh shit! Yeah,
This
Tracy
one's
could actually join voice
This one's
chat
a
and
little
yelled at us.
messy because it's got gauges and all kinds of shit I don't really care about. But other than that,
I just know
it
my
works.
driving on TMP mainly is just called dark.
it's light for me.
No, it is
No,
right
I'm
now, but
surprised Jammer didn't watch me take it.
with the amount of when I'm normally on, I have more dark than light.
I mean, I drive mostly in the dark.
Hey, Tracy, you can pop in
I
if you
think it's
want.
because
I
truckers
appreciate it.
drive at night.
I knew Sparrow would appreciate us sparrowing people.
Hey, Santa Rosa.
Hey, I'm about to pull into Canada.
Full body cavity search incoming.
If they were smart, they would.
Yeah, now you got a name, and it's right up your alley, Sparrow.
Not allowed. That's illegal, Jammer.
All right, I am
On the
catching you
modded server.
majorly.
On the modded server, we're gonna be able to have dogs in the front seat, and you can have R2D2 in the back.
Yeah, with the mega pack. Yep.
Oh yeah.
What speed are you going right now?
I'm going 57 right now. The game doesn't like me.
I'm worried about what Sparrow calls fun stuff.
Sparrow, they're seeing the chat. Let me shift down because we're slowing up here. Yeah, sometimes it's like, man, I wonder what that person's thinking, right? I don't know if I'd ever want to dig into Sparrow's head and know what's going on there.
Nope.
I imagine it's pain caused by something made out of gel in this floppy.
All right, downshifting. I'm not on cruise right now until you.
Yeah, I'm also not on cruise. 65.
Ooh, smashing pumpkins.
At least when people stream, you can hear me clearly through Discord.
Well, and then I get things like how Sparrow just let me know that Sparrow got sparrowed on Friday.
Everybody needs a good sparrowing once in a while.
Well, with the one drawer that Sparrow has, who knows what did the sparrowing? Yeah, that's sparrowing, yeah.
They call it dead.
Okay, we're gonna be getting off of 40 soon.
I think I'm about to get shot at the border.
At 550. So
The server has Canada.
I downloaded.
Pro Mods works on TMP, yes.
Nice. I'll be close to up there. I might as well go up there.
Oh, the old, yeah, the version 1 of, yes.
I missed my turn, and so I did an illegal U-turn
Alright, I'm throwing it up to 79.
at the border.
All right, I'm climbing. I'm at 76. My cruise is set to 78.
Jammer, can you help me with mod order? I know you gave me that post, but that didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I can help you sometime, but yeah, that's exactly what I follow. But yeah.
I'll have to create a new profile and do the editor thing.
What are y'all talking about mod order?
So there's a post I'll share it with you guys on the SES forums that'll have like the maps and everything and how to load them right.
Oh, if you create your own server.
Well, even or if you're playing single player with mods.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, you gotta get all your ducks in a row first.
There's too many versions of Sparrowing now, but I'm gonna go with Sparrow got Sparrowed Friday night as smashing into the
I
rear.
don't know where I'm at, but this city's cool as shit. Oh, that's Vegas.
Oh, you're Vegas?
Yeah.
I'm up here driving through a weed farm in Canada.
Sounds like heaven.
All right, we're getting ready to get off here and hit 550.
Right.
Well, shit, this shipment might be late.
Corvette fan, how are you tonight?
Keep right.
Hope you're having a
TMP or
good Sunday.
I'm on TMP.
Oh, okay.
Sunday. Sure, you can get a ride. Yep, climb on in.
Back up to 78.
I'm at 60, but I'll get there.
Yeah, I had to slow down. I
Yeah,
almost crashed.
those off ramps and all. I'm unlike most of the people in the company. I J-brake that and make sure I don't go flying.
I just have to toggle all the time, so every time I just touch the brake.
I can only try and kill Tracy so many times when she's in the truck.
I mean, I'm in front of you, so I can try and kill you too, but...
Yeah, sure.
Just
McDonald's,
near
yeah.
misses.
Well, I'll need fuel soon, so then you can stop, Corvette.
Keep right.
It's so weird.
And then exit right.
I don't know how to read the
Shamrock
signs.
Shake
They're
season.
all in this weird like KM thing.
Go play Euro, and then when you get to England, you're driving on the wrong side.
Oh, you're not. I mean, are you not supposed to drive on the left side in Canada?
No, you're correct in Canada. It's normal.
Turn left.
I thought it was right side in Canada.
Oh, Max. All right, Max, I'm gonna have to build up speed again. I came around the corner and you were there.
Slow down at 33.
Shamrock Shake season, Corvette, so I'll be picking up one of those. No, actually, the majority of the world drives on the side that we do. It's only English countries that drive on the other side.
I mean, we could turn ATS into...
Yeah, if you want a
Euro
band, sure.
Yeah,
You love
in
Shamrocks
Europe,
too?
most
Yeah,
of
I
them
love
are
Shamrocks.
that way.
Oh, shifted too
I
early.
found out, like, Ireland, Scotland area drives on the right.
Yeah, you might want to be careful about the whole.
Yeah, they're England territory things. Shamrock season.
In some places in Europe, road is road.
Actually, I don't go to McDonald's often, but I actually did. I took my younger child there yesterday. So I had my first Shamrock of the season right then. All right, cruise is back up to 78. I have a couple of different people in a Discord voice chat with me. One of them is the person
66.
driving in front of me, Max. We're driving together up to Aberdeen. There's a couple other people on the roads. What I mean, I should have been like, what people? You're Corvette, you're hearing things. There's no other people. All right. You guys could place your order. McDonald's. Corvette in my chat is gonna buy dinner when we stop at McDonald's.
Ooh. I'll take 5 Big Macs,
The ice
2
cream
quarter
machine's working.
pounders, 2 Shamrock
Yep.
Shakes.
Yeah, we were just talking about Shamrocks. There you go.
4 fries, large.
Oh,
Yeah,
Corvette,
I'm
he's
gonna
eating
need
a lot.
All of those extra large, you know.
I backed down to 74 right now because I was catching a little bit.
Okay, I'm 72 right now. I need all their apple pies, which is like probably like 5 or 6.
Corvette, just don't call the one in Nebraska. Our friend Johnny has a bad reputation with that one, so if they know that it's connected to me, we're not going to get good McDonald's.
Just tell them I sent you.
I don't think it matters who you are. You're not going to get good McDonald's.
No, I swear it's Johnny's blacklisted. Johnny tries to buy a new vehicle to try and dupe them, but they're like, they got face recognition. They're like, nope, that's that hustler dude.
Throws on a Mike Myers mask and tries to go through drive-through.
And I'm not a big eater there.
I
So
worked there when they were 16, and Johnny cussed them out.
we'll just have a I'll just have Corvette. We'll get a quarter pounder meal. With the Shamrock.
I gotta find out why I'm not going fast.
See, the problem here is that Corvette is now ordering ahead, as we know Jammer. Jammer doesn't do the apps. So thank you for taking care of it, because I wouldn't have called ahead.
Alright, so where's this McDonald's? Is this,
Whenever we stop next, the virtual one we're
okay.
stopping at.
So probably Montana.
What speed you got?
I have it set to 79, but I'm doing 68 and climbing.
All right, I'm gonna increase.
10-4. I also gotta start getting used to 10 codes. Especially when I'm doing convoys.
So I'm looking at the map. We're gonna go up south of Farmington and then hit 491. When 491 goes to 191, there's gas up there. Maybe we stop around there.
Okay. I mean, we're coming up on a gas station now.
Yeah, I'm because I got about 53 gallons right now.
Oh, okay. Dropping to 78.
I did hear Shamrock. I know we need multiple Shamrocks. Actually, one of the gas stations at the truck stop's probably better since we're both stopping.
Yeah.
Not just gas.
Live here, eat free. That sounds too good to be true. Is that eat free once or eat free forever?
Well, let's think about this though. So if we want to eat free,
Do I just can I live out of a truck or van?
what if it's like really shitty food? That sounds good to me, Corvette.
Well,
Let's get it done.
You can just say bye-bye to their bathroom.
Like, is it really worth free food for life if it's shitty free food?
Depends on how shitty.
Oh, Corvette, I think you kind of missed out on my order. I need like 6 Big Macs.
Oh, I think Corvette got all that.
Extra large.
Corvette just needed
fries.
the drinks.
Max wants the heart attack meal.
Oh, there's a place somewhere. I forget where it is. But if you're over like a certain weight, you get to eat free.
What?
Yep, and if you don't finish your food, you get spanked.
The sparrow pops up right at that moment. That's perfect.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Oh shit, I'm going 81. Son of a bitch.
Go straight up.
Those
I mean,
would
you
be
can.
miles.
Keep
I
left
mean, is he part of a
and then
group?
turn left.
No, not really. Yeah.
Yeah, and he can go 81.
But Truckee definitely shows me that I have racing miles.
Yeah, but that, like, for us that
You
are
can turn it
competing,
off.
then it matters.
Keep right. And then
So okay,
turn
what
right.
size fry you want
I
there?
got speed locked to 46. Or the median.
Turn right.
Uh-oh.
That's illegal. I just did something illegal. Arrest me.
Says I almost killed
no,
Max.
don't put those handcuffs on me, officer.
All right, I had to majorly slow down so I didn't smash any of there. I didn't almost sparrowed you.
There you go.
Cedar City.
Hey, there's a hotel motel. Holiday Inn.
The one of them rent by the minutes.
Yeah. Alright, where would you like to stop? Keep going.
Let's go just a little bit more. If that rest stop one was on the right there, I'd say stop, but
Alright, I need to pull up.
Where are y'all stopping? What city are you in?
We're in Farmington, New Mexico, I believe.
yeah.
We just really kind of missed each other.
I still got like 332 miles. If we see one of those bigger truck stops, let's stop there. Pick up the McDonald's that Corvette ordered for everybody.
I mean, you need most of it. I mean, I got the biggest order, so I'm gonna be set for like a week.
Turn right.
Max
How far
bridge in
outside
the
of
back of his truck is stacked with Big Mac.
how far outside of Albuquerque are y'all?
Those are sparrows, probably.
I don't know, we're in.
We're just up 550 in Farmington, south of Farmington, about to hit 491.
And we're kind of just leaving Farmington.
Okay, y'all are entering into Farmington or leaving Farmington?
Leaving.
Leaving.
And then heading north up into Colorado?
Probably
Utah.
Utah, I'd imagine. We're about to hit the 491,
yeah.
and then their next town will be Moab.
Yep, y'all going to Moab.
Keep right. And then turn right.
This truck's got some miles on it.
Turn right.
That's definitely Max's. Every time I go around the curve, I gotta make sure I'm slowing down enough for
don't
Max.
spare on me now.
There's lots of goodies back there. I think we're coming up to a gas station rest stop in a minute. We
Yeah,
just hit
we are.
Colorado right now, Garbs.
Copy. I'm gonna pick up a load in Moab and then come in behind y'all.
All right, yeah, you want to pick one up and go up to Aberdeen too?
Yeah, I already already created a load
right, great.
to drop off the same spot y'all are.
Yeah, let's hit right here on the left, Max.
All right.
Hey, on the life on the road, Corvette. There's gonna be lots of goodies you find.
Okay. Let's find a new route. Finding a
These
new
are
route.
deadly.
All right.
I gotta get home to my pre-computing. Make a U-turn when possible. Honey, where are you going? Make a U-turn.
Nice load, Max.
Sorry.
Okay, Corvette. Oh, that was a quick be right back. Thank you. That's right. We had to go in the. Yeah, we got our food. Thank you very much. Corvette's getting us all the McDonald's now. Good thing Johnny's not with us because the order would be wrong then. All right, Max, pulling out.
All right, I'm just parked here.
You ready to roll or you need to wait a minute? You ready to go or no?
Yeah, I am. I ready to bring me on a McDonald's, dang it. I should have had like 8 bags. I only have like 7.
Oh, hold on, I just blew up the gas station. This is gonna be interesting.
You gotta go to the left?
Yeah, I'm really tight to the right though.
That's okay, I believe you could make it.
I forgot we had the long trailer. All right, good to go.
All right.
All right, good. Clean that shit up back there. We're in a reputable trucking business here.
I mean, I have a 10-star rating, so not sure about you.
I just pulled the pump out of the gas tank accidentally. I forgot to put my brake on, and I started rolling backwards.
That's legitness.
Max, my whole motto, 10-star, doesn't matter. It's like, I'll get your stuff there. Not gonna promise condition.
Oh, me neither. That's why I'm 10 stars. I steal the phones and, you know, rate it myself.
Okay, we just started heading up 491 at that rest stop right west of Farmington, Garbs.
Yeah, I'm in Moab, parked on the side of the road, just waiting on you guys.
Okay, we'll let you know when we're getting. Are you on one right off of what's that, 191?
Yeah, when you take a right onto right there at the end of 491, and you start heading north.
Yeah,
I'm right there in that town, just right there, just north of there.
Okay, sounds good. Those you can just deflate. Don't mind the mess.
I mean, someone could be as reckless as me and, you know, get out of the truck.
Yeah, I like my McDonald's was good.
Through a window or so and possibly hop in the excavator driver's seat, you know, and just start messing around.
Everybody's McDonald's food order okay?
I'm missing a bag.
All right, Corvette will just throw it out the window forward towards you. I'm sure it'll reach your truck.
All right, you'll have to start passing me though.
Sparrow, full fries.
I gotta figure out why one of my mirrors keeps freezing up. This really sucks.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
I have a mirror mod, but there's no mods on here. Like I don't.
Yeah, the only mod that'll carry is pro mods, and there's like a certain weather pack, like it'll get dark earlier, but I'm like, I don't want it, like, you know, right now in the winter, I don't want it dark at 4 o'clock on my.
I'm tracking y'all right now.
All right, go on.
Go straight on.
I just have jammer tracked on Trucker's map.
Oh no, I'm using my desktop helper.
Yeah, that thing's great.
Unlike what you use, it won't actually, like, I can't click on a person and have it follow, but when you zoom out, it shows you hot
Here-
spots
here,
where people are. So since you two are together,
It's kind of
Corvette,
what
here's a
the
trash bag
TMP
for you.
map does.
Take everything, just chuck it in the trash.
It shows you hot spots, and except I have to select the server I'm on, and
yeah, no, mine just automatically because it runs with Truckee on the side.
yeah,
So-
since it's attached.
Sure, thank you for cleaning up. All right, wave goodbye to Colorado. We're going into Utah. Oh, they like the instruction manuals? Ah, we don't need those. I'm a high-level professional who forgot he was carrying this excavator and almost smashed into the gas station and killed us all. Okay, we're about to make the turn.
He's making a left turn.
Go straight on.
Making a
That's
left
right.
turn.
You bought all the McDonald's, you can have that.
Keep
Oh,
right.
damn, Sparrow.
Then turn right. Turn right.
If Jammer could pull up on the side of me, you can hop in here with me, Corvette, with my food. Then you can hop back over.
She does that in Footloose. She goes in between the two trucks and is dancing. Oh, keep that shit in here. Sparrow wants the toys.
Happy Meal, boys. I'm holding 68.
All right, I'm doing about 67 now. I don't have a cruise on though right now.
I just threw it on.
Not on the Disney figures.
Yeah, I'm just sitting up here, pulled off to the side of the road. I'll see y'all come by, and I'll just jump in behind you.
Okay, so we'll slow up once we see you to make you catch up speed wise.
You probably don't, because y'all have a turn coming up. When y'all get north, I'll catch up.
Okay.
Worst case is we'll just make Max run at like 65, 70.
Oh,
Once y'all make that turn.
if you want, or if need be to convoy, I'll slow up to about 55.
Listen to you two long-time lifers now.
Hell,
Hammer's so happy right now.
we ran the convoy last night at 45.
See a smile on my
and-
face?
Yeah, the front pack last night was run at 45, and I was like doing 75.
Yeah, I think y'all have
Catch
to.
up.
Is it forcing y'all to slow down in Moab anyways?
Not
Nope.
yet.
It might. Y'all are about to hit town right now.
I mean, anytime I see a sign that there's a hole, you know, I'm taking a look to see if it's worthy or not. Hopefully there's Super Mario on it.
Everybody watch the stream. You'll see my truck here in a minute.
Now we're speed limited now at 45.
I'm speed limited at 55.
There's a spot up in Oregon I hit multiple times last night. It was forever at 45. It was maddening.
Doing good there.
Keep in mind you got a truck coming from the other direction. It's coming.
What
from the other
horn
way.
does everybody use? Because I feel like they go by and theirs is like all nice and
I
loud,
used
and mine's
super
like
roar.
beep. So the air horn or
Yeah, air
regular
horn.
horn? Okay.
I got rid of the regular horn.
Hey, Lethal, hope you're enjoying
The
your
horn
drive
sounds like
tonight.
a Geostorm.
Yeah, keep those together.
Safe travels there, people. Is my CB even working?
Go straight
Yeah,
up.
you can.
Yeah, I was hearing you.
Right. I wish it showed me when it does players talking.
We got to keep that.
Alright,
We need that in the
slowing down
morning.
60.
I'm already right behind Jammer.
Alright.
Yeah, Jammer was
Yeah, we
distracted,
catch
so I wasn't shifting and speeding up.
Alright, I'll just sit at 60 until y'all get closer.
Yeah, I'm at 50, but I'm starting to climb now.
We're going on. We're gonna fix to turn left onto an on ramp, anyways, up ahead.
10-4. Yeah, we need our coffee in the morning. Those should be up in the dash just to keep Sparrow entertained. And we're gonna be on 70 for like a brief minute, looks like, before we wind up.
Keep left. And then turn left. Turn left.
Just thinking 2037 we'll be able to drive from Seattle to Miami.
I know. At the speed they go, I know. We could jam out the tunes on those speakers.
Oklahoma's coming out sometime in the next few weeks or so.
I'm never leaving the state of Nebraska when that comes out.
So there for sure. If my understanding is Oklahoma and Kansas for sure this year.
Hey, Sunflower, safe travels, safe travels.
Safe travels there, Sunflower.
That's pretty nice.
So you gotta hold it.
I'm sitting at solid 79.
Yeah, y'all could pick up pace. Doesn't matter.
Well, in a minute we're gonna be getting off, so we're about to hit 191.
I'm just cruising right back here, just checking out this rear end on Jammer.
It's oversized.
Keep right.
The
And
front
then
ain't
exit
oversized. Just the back.
Exit right.
Hammer's up to 70.
We'll be able to probably cruise and set a little bit once we hit 15 outside of Provo there. Crap, now you got to clean that up too. You just cleaned the back of the truck, now you got to clean that.
Well, that sucks.
Where are you, Didge?
Somewhere.
He's the best information desk in the business, ladies and gentlemen.
Over there in Fresno.
I just knocked my mouse and everything on the floor.
You did that before when I was driving behind you.
Well, it's because I've got like this.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It'll all be fixed tomorrow, hopefully.
You do that all the time.
Whoa.
I still don't know how the hell I did my engine brake.
You roll over in your truck without actually rolling over in your truck.
Or like you fell asleep at the wheel and
Thank you, Corvette.
just woke up and started spinning it.
Yeah, anything back there that's smut, we gotta get that out of there. Either give it to Sparrow or in the trash.
Entering price.
That's right, Tracy. Garbs, every time I try and pick up some speed to get moving for you, then we get these limiters and stuff.
Not far from Idaho Falls.
Hey, it's no big deal. I am loving the fact that I have this.
Those aren't mine.
New setup on this truck. I can like easily I could probably overtake both of you.
Was it with stuff that Psycho helped you with?
Yeah, Psycho helped teach me some things.
I've been there over almost a year and a half. I don't know half the shit you guys learned.
Hey there, Meek. Safe travels.
Make have a good drive.
Yeah, I figured I'd just follow your pace.
I'm finally building some speed here. Max is up in front. You can kind of see him there. He's like 430 meters from us. I'm catching him a little bit. Off to the right, I can see who's near me and how far away they are. His is probably a disaster, so that'd be a good idea. He just went around the bend up top.
Y'all need me to back it off for a bit?
No, I'm at like 350 and I'm closing. Corvette's gonna come clean your truck, so.
Just don't look under the bed.
Who?
It could be blow up dolls or dead bodies, we're not sure.
Why are my shoes sticking to the floor?
I had some glazed donuts and then I drove through New Mexico without the AC
I
on.
like just Johnny and serving a soft serve from McDonald's.
I didn't hear from Mr. Hustler that much this weekend.
He's out jeeping. He's living the Jeep life now.
So he keeps getting new vehicles, hoping McDonald's won't catch on.
Just deflate them and roll them up.
All right, we're getting near Provo.
One day he's going up in Discord and be like, dude, I went rock climbing this weekend in the Jeep.
Don't pop them. You might die from the stench. They may be filled with fart air.
You know, I was just thinking Sparrow earlier told me that that she got on in single player and then smashed into a bunch of things and everything. I'm like trying to think about trying to have a Sparrow in a convoy.
Sparrow would have to be front and ready.
Oh, thank God for the beeping, man. I almost race miled it and I would have been a killer since I already have 1,300 miles.
What are you doing? A 78 or something?
I hit 80. I was at 81. It was ready to click.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was
I was
close.
just doing 70.
I wasn't paying attention. I don't have the cruise on right now until we get on the highway.
I've just
Why
been
am
having
I-
it on.
The speed limit's 65 and I can't get over 45.
It's certain cities there will be a speed limiter that on TMP. And like I said, once you guys do World of Truck stuff too, that'll be 65 max.
What is World of Truck stuff?
Yeah, I'm doing
I mean,
wrong.
I'm signed up for it, but what is it?
It's the same thing. You can go pick your jobs. I think you have to have a truck though for it.
Are you talking about the external jobs?
Correct.
Yeah, those are the external jobs, and then they'll have events like when the new map comes out. And
Listen,
you,
Corvette, those
and,
are
like,
not mine.
if you like go visit 10 cities, and they'll give you like goodies for the inside of your cab.
Speed limit 80, but you can only go 45.
All right, let me build a little speed here, Max, then we can set a cruise.
Oh, okay. I'm just cruising
I gotta remember to turn the snow off.
Yeah, I turned that shit off. It looked like it was Star Wars all the time.
It's ridiculous.
And it was in southern Texas. I totally believe that Max has 25.
If, like, the sky got cloudy, but it just on a sunny day and it's just a shitload of snow and there's no accumulation. It's just balls of snow.
Hey Corvette, those aren't speeding tickets. Those are cops' phone numbers. From all the red light violations I had.
All right, I have my cruise set to 78. I'm hitting 70 right now, climbing speed. Until Salt Lake says no, you're gonna go 45.
Alright, I'm set at 70.
Safe travels, safe travels.
Vamos, loco, vamos!
I keep left there.
Those are sparrows.
Corvette, you can keep those 2 magazines.
All right, I'm gaining here, Max, so if you want to pick up.
Alright, I'm chilling at 79, 78.
I keep left there.
I'm not seeing garbs out of my mirror. You're in Max's truck, so I don't mind. Take a crap. Not my cab, not my problem. Well, less than 1,000 miles ago. Just went through Salt Lake. We're gonna be on the 15. We're gonna pick up 84.
Everybody fall asleep.
Nope, we're just silently trucking.
No, I'm just paying attention to the numbers, just trying to catch their cruise control.
We're all pretty good pace away from each other right now, it looks like.
Yeah.
We're all somewhere too, Didge, right now. Somewhere on the map.
Nice. It's a good place to be.
The best is with Didge.
Hey there, 16, have safe travels.
Didge was last in Idaho Falls, because the best thing is I could just pull up the Alt F and see my friends and know where the hell you are.
I keep left there.
Gotta keep it left there. Trying to figure out my brightness is by profile, because I changed my brightness a little bit on single player. Not too much, but when it's dark, like when I look out my side monitors, I can make out something. Before it was just a sea of darkness. All right. Got Garbs behind us. I'm not sure what Garbs is carrying though. Try not to crash and let's see Garbs. There's Garbs back there.
I'm trying to figure out how my truck and trailer keep taking damage.
I keep left there.
Yeah, I gotta look at Garbs driving behind me and it didn't crash. Oh, no more cream of mushroom. What are we doing instead?
Can't even see him back there.
You sure swerved a lot.
Yeah, could you? That was my camera facing the backwards.
Yeah, I was watching you stream. I'm like, you start swerving back and forth. I'm like, what the heck? And then I looked up the screen. I got the stream, and I went, oh, okay.
Well, I can't see you in my mirror, in my sides. So I'm like, shit, I want to see Garbs behind me. So I decided to turn it around for a minute. And I'm like, because it was straight away. And I am a professional. Oh, brats and pasta salad.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good. We got a winter storm coming tomorrow. I'm hopeful for a snow day tomorrow. Or Tuesday. Please, please, please give me a snow day Tuesday. I will truck during the day. Maybe even stream. Oh, pierogies. Oh, so good. And kibasa. Oh, Sparrow.
Max, I got the steering wheel with the pistols.
What?
Garbs, this is awesome. You're like, I'll just buy the base game. 3 days later, I got a full rig coming with a dashboard and
See, I haven't spent a lot of money on the external accessories, only the game. Although I do have a steering wheel coming.
I'm glad you love it. Wait, dude, man, you like it now. Wait till they have the wheel, man. Forget it.
Yeah, I don't have room for the dashboard and everything else. Although I am debating on building something.
I'll have a wheel coming soon.
I love kielbasa and pierogies, but brats and pasta salad good
the
too.
info page, Jammer.
What's the matter?
The info page.
You want to turn it off?
Yeah.
Alt G. Your trucky one?
No. TruckersMP one.
I
You
don't
talking
know.
about that thing in the bottom right corner?
Yeah.
Oh, that's F3, I think.
Do I have?
Multiple
I might have
times.
to pause it.
No, you shouldn't have to. Yeah,
Oh, there we
F3.
go. Okay.
Oh, I like that. It kept the GPS up, but
Yep, it gets rid of the first part if you want to keep that. Like, I don't have it at all, so.
Yeah, I'm using the GPS in my truck right now.
Yep.
oh yeah, it's gone now. This is awesome.
It'll only show up like when there's way stations and stuff, but it'll go back away.
Perfect. That's exactly what I need.
Oh, Sparrow, you would have loved last night. That's what I had for dinner last night. Sauerkraut.
I fucking love kibasi. The kibasi and pierogies.
I got some kielbasa for you.
Hey,
Safe
safe.
travels there, Toby.
Be safe. Have a good drive.
Oh, it happened finally.
What did you crash?
Yeah.
Was it the
Into
mouse?
wall. Nah. I was going too fast around a little clover leaf and smacked into the wall.
There's certain times I'm going around a curve and I'm like, I am going too fast. I hope the hell I
Yeah.
make this turn.
I was definitely going too fast, and then I pushed in the clutch and hit the brakes, and it wasn't in time. So
Okay, now we're gonna be on 84 for a while here. We've been on 84
You know what
actually.
I found out about last night?
Through
Dogs
Idaho.
are able to eat sauerkraut.
or grapes. Or garlic.
You know, they say garlic's bad for them, but from what I've seen, it just upsets their stomach a little
I'm
bit.
friggin' hungry. Thanks to stream.
I don't think garlic's bad for them. Because they'll put,
Yeah, it
they'll put small
absolutely
amounts.
is.
They usually put small amounts in a lot of things they'll eat.
Maybe it's raw garlic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I see that all the time, that garlic is bad for dogs.
Onions and peppers too.
Yeah.
Man, dude,
Plus, I think you
sometimes
see all these people on the internet feeding their dogs freaking all this food and don't really see nothing wrong with them.
Sometimes, Did I want to go back to my Arctis 5 and not have that damn earpiece that bothers my ear.
I'm actually using the 7 pluses right now.
So now we got some.
I bought them for my laptop at work, but I barely use them there. So I was like, you know what? They're gonna be my dedicated rig. Actually, I took the keyboard from there, and it's like I'm not buying one. I've got it already.
I'm like starving now. We had McDonald's earlier, then there's brats and pasta salad and kibasi and pierogies.
That reminds me, I have kielbasa in the fridge from last night.
Sometimes I
After
like
this one,
doing
I'll have to go warm up some.
some kielbasa and get some onions and peppers and saute them up, mix it all together.
Let Vlad cook it up for you.
I do that with Italian sausage. I'll cut up sausage, Italian sausage, onions, bell peppers.
Yeah,
I love a
just
pierogi
throw it
though.
all together, or I'll do kielbasa too, but throw it all together in a pan, cover it in some oil, and then bake it.
I had 2 hamburger buns left over from the other night, so I just ended up cutting the kielbasa down the middle, put sauerkraut on them, and ketchup, and
600 miles to go,
Man, they were
1700 down. Nice good long drive here. Kind of just heading due west right now before we start making the turn towards north to get to Tracy's house. Sausage and peppers, yep. Yeah, sausage and peppers, that's another good option there. I like me some sausage and peppers.
I could go for some sausage and peppers now. Dang it, carbs. Y'all making me hungry again.
Now, sometimes the kielbasa and like sauteed onions and peppers and all, you know, I throw that over like a little bit of like pasta or something, you know, and kind of with the juice from the cook.
I'd rather throw them on a piece of bread.
Ice cream cake. With me being my age, one of my go-to favorite things in elementary school cafeterias way back in the 70s and 80s is the open-faced turkey sandwich that probably was crap because it was the cafeteria, but that piece of bread with the turkey and the gravy over it. I love ice cream cake, Sparrow.
You're old.
Please bring me a piece. Back in my day.
I think they call that turkey a la king nowadays.
Now Sparrow had a piece of ice cream cake. God damn it.
They probably didn't even have sheet pan pizza in your day, did they, Jimmer?
No, we had the sheet pan stuff. I lived the life of Elio's, man.
You know what I found out? You can order all that from a company.
Yeah,
Yeah, it comes from a food service provider.
Yeah, you just get it from like
Just like a
around here. You
restaurant.
can order it from Cisco. I think you can get it off Amazon now. It's just really expensive. Oh, that's Dirty South. Some of them were actually with us last night.
Yeah, a few of them.
Now Sparrow, was it a Carville cake or just? It has to be a Carville. Is there another ice cream cake besides Carville?
Baskin Robbins.
They make ice
I
cream
can't
cake?
wait until we get
Hell yeah.
an old man like.
Hell, Lowe's grocery store here has ice cream cake.
Oh, a local grocery store. Well, it's local Cleveland grocery store. That probably was terrible then. Oh, Dairy Queen. I love me some Dairy Queen. My kids were never into Dairy Queen. I don't know
You
what the hell's
trusting
wrong.
Cleveland milk?
Yeah. See, I'm out because it's Cleveland.
If it
Somebody-
wasn't Cleveland.
Somebody probably took that cake and like kicked it on the ground, rolled it in some lint.
It was probably Sparrow, so she could get a discount on it.
75% off.
Now, was it one of those vanilla and chocolate cake Sparrows, or we still at the city speed limit?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah,
Oh,
Boise
chalking it.
sucks.
Now, Dairy Queen, I love me the Oreo Blizzard. That's my go-to.
Any Blizzard with
The worst thing is, I've never been to a Dairy Queen.
what?
Well, we're on
Yep.
TMP somewhere right now,
Also-
Corvette. Outside Idaho. We're heading to up to Washington.
Hey there, Kit Kat. Safe travels.
I saw a video the other day where the person's in the passenger seat of the car, and they're like, "Yeah, this Blizzard ain't gonna come out of this cup." And they keep shaking it and shaking it. I mean, they shook it for a while, and finally that thing let loose and right in the floorboard.
I like watching those videos of people who
Do you play ATS,
bring,
Corvette?
the drinks out and everything. Then they flip the cup upside down because they used to work at Blizzard.
Yeah, because the
at
blizzards
Dairy
aren't
Queen.
supposed to fall out. Yep.
Yeah. But when they do, it's hilarious.
Oh, and then
Those
them
are so good.
what are their ice cream sandwiches are good. That Dilly Bar you're on right now. Well, we're heading towards Aberdeen.
To me, it's just.
I don't know how much longer I'll be on after
that.
that. We got Last of Us.
Come out of its cup by itself or not. But I'm 100% devouring that before I leave that parking lot.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Max, how
we're
long of
not
a
we're on
trip
Truckers
did you
MP.
plan
We're
for
not
that- for you
we're not in a
guys?
private session right now, so we're just on the
Give
Truckers
me a
MP
minute to
map.
finish this, and I'll tell you.
I'm still showing y'all got 500 miles.
498 left for me. Yeah.
Do you
it
play a
went
lot,
from
Corvette?
where,
Do you like do
Houston
trucking company stuff? Are you in a company or
to,
anything?
Aberdeen. Just
Yeah.
thinking about it, I'd actually do Aberdeen all the way to Fresno to Galveston.
Yeah, before I decided to jump in with y'all at Moab, I was about
do
to take
flights
one
then?
from where I was in Canada.
I
all
race
the way
and stuff.
down to like
Cool.
San Juan or whatever it is, right there on the border by San Diego.
Most of the time when I'm
And that-
convoying and
by
all,
Mexican
I
border in
don't.
California.
For one thing, OTR we compete for miles on trucks book.
Oh,
And
and last night was nice
the,
too because after like
The private.
whole
I'm gonna mute
giant-
them for a minute. The private convoys. They generally the single player private convoys. Your mileage always you get gypped some miles. So typically, most of the time I'm on TMP.
which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, Psycho is not happy about that.
Yeah. It also kind of sucked last night too because we weren't like a train convoy. We were more or less giant groups traveling together.
Well, that many people, it's hard to.
I mean, one of the cards was messed up for the destinations and everything.
I heard Rob talk about that. Some people had the wrong route or something.
Yeah, they took they started going north on the 35, I believe.
Yeah, they took the destination of the GPS instead of the route.
Yeah. I mean, we all kind of left in groups. I really don't understand how I lost Psycho though.
So do you go on TMP sometimes as well, Corvette, or generally if you're convoying you do
There's
private?
5 truck behind them.
Well, what the funny thing
Tracy made me want
is
Dairy Queen now.
we all were dropping.
I also
off
love
at
me
the
some
location where it said to
chocolate
drop
peanut butter
off,
cup ice
except for
cream.
Rob, he put in the wrong destination.
I copied off of Rob.
It's like you created this.
Yeah, Rob accidentally put in Peterbilt instead of another place, which was next to it.
Still got a way of
It
84.
was hell getting in there because you couldn't see.
Yeah, luckily, collision was turned off.
Hey there, Ghosty. Have a safe travel.
Hey Max, sometime look in your sight, turn your CB volume up.
Really? I'm that low still?
Is it low to you, Garbs?
Yeah, it's still pretty low.
That's max.
So that's max on the in TMP.
I mean, I might have to turn it up in TMP, but I have it maxed out on the tab. For Truckee.
So in TMP, if you go to the settings, you know, the people near you thing, in the audio, there's a way for the volume, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, because the other night, I was getting told I was good volume.
I can hear you. It's not that I can't hear you. Some people I can't hear at all. So I can hear you.
It might be because I'm just speaking low.
That could be it too.
That's the horrible thing about having a low voice.
Oh, Didge is in Washington too. Let's go find Didge.
I'm gonna sparrow him real quick on accident.
So that's my other ice cream though, is one of my other go-to ice creams just in general is like a chocolate peanut butter cup.
One of my absolute favorites is mint.
Oh, enjoy.
And cream.
Mm.
The only thing that sucks
It's
is
called It's called grasshopper, but it's hard to find.
that ice cream sounds really, really good. The only thing that sucks is there's an ice cream place near me that makes their own ice cream. I love it, but hell, it's hard to find.
Yeah, there's a place near me that it's a small shop that makes its own ice cream.
Hey, OTR, getting those miles. Safe trip.
But yeah, they make their own ice cream, and they actually make 21 and up ice cream.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, they have a Jack Daniel's honey that is just unbelievably good.
There's a TikTok I follow, and they infuse, like, they add alcohol to their ice cream, and then they have a non-alcoholic version of it for the children and everything.
I'm slowing a little here just because I'm J-breaking this with a windy part. Stretch,
Yeah,
84.
I figured you were, so I hit mine.
Nah, I'm just pedal to the metal at 68.
Our dining hall does, it's not an ice cream, but they do a brownie and a cookie baked into the brownie.
That sounds really good right now.
Yeah. Did you alive?
Especially since I have a sweet tooth.
I think Didge crashed and he really then just crashed.
Yeah.
He just hit the floor out of his rig after he crashed.
Yeah.
Tracy getting that good dinner tonight.
Is Corvette meeting up with us in Washington?
I don't think. I think Corvette was thinking we're going to be private. I might be able to do one more run, but it'd be like 1,000 miles max because I'm probably going to sign off and watch Last of Us.
Did they ever finish that?
What's that?
The Last of Us.
There's a new episode tonight.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched that yet.
I'm liking it.
I'm watching 1923.
Yeah, that show's awesome.
Should have a new one of those tonight too.
Yeah, I watched that earlier today. This is what
I was gonna
happens
watch it tonight.
You guys need me to back off a bit?
I'm starting to pick up speed now. I'm at 70. I'm gonna hit my cruise back up to 78. So I'll start climbing.
cruising at 63 right now.
You can go up higher than that. I'll catch you in half a second. At
I
63.
mean, I got turns and everything. I don't
Oh yeah,
think
I'm
I
backing
can
off
beat
again,
faster.
J-Break. I just saw my GPS with what's coming.
Remember, how'd you say you got into the settings for that? Oh,
For TMP,
right click.
right
Yeah.
click your mouse button.
Don't
Then
do
you
it
see a
again.
cursor. You'll see the gold cursor.
You
have
gotta
the
have that tab up that says
tab's
people
gotta be
near you
open, yeah.
first. So hit tab and see the
It's
people
open.
near you. Now right click your mouse and it'll turn gold, and then you can slide over and
Yeah, it's not doing it.
that's what you're supposed to do. Oh.
you got it. Don't start.
Yeah, you should consult Dig Prime.
No, I don't know. It's not doing it.
How's it
Just
looking?
The best at everything.
Yeah, right clicking the mouse.
I wonder if it's because that box is on a different screen.
You're the TMP players near you button.
Players near you is all the way to the far left on the very far left screen.
Yeah, well mine is, and I can still do it.
Yeah, I can't get the cursor over there. But I'm in the garage. I'm not in my truck. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, that might be a possibility. You might actually have to be hit drive and be in the truck.
Oh yeah, if you're in the garage, it won't be there. Yeah.
People up here on the right.
All right. Now we're done Windy City. I'll start picking up to get towards 78 again. I looked at GPS. I'm like, I'm not like most OTR. I'm backing off.
Hey there, truckers. Have a nice and safe drive.
Hello, gringo, repete.
Gringo. Oh, we're passing them, huh?
Hello, my friends. I am from Brazil.
Nice to meet you.
Approaching on your left, drivers. Man, I'm doing 63 and we're passing these guys?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I think they slowed down because I passed them.
We got two on your left coming by.
I think they saw me on the map and slowed up because they were sitting on the on-ramp for a bit.
They're getting off here. I swear this hill is like forever to climb. That's 72. It's going up to 78 for the cruise. Mr. Foxes, thank you for the follow.
Goodness, I'll start backing off. I just lost both of y'all.
Hope you're doing well. We were just salivating about food earlier. Tracy's even eating food right now. Thank you very much for joining. Thanks
I'm
for the
doing
follow.
70.
Yeah, I'm closing now.
Yeah, garbage is closing behind you too.
Well, Garbs likes being close to my rear.
Oh, yeah.
I shined it up nice for him.
Hey, I try to give you some space every once in a while.
We had a good pace for a while, though, all three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got messed up just when we went in those wines.
Yeah, I'm backing off every time in those wines and J-braking.
I mean, I 100% was doing 78 through there, so that's why I picked up distance between us.
I'm old and cautious.
My rule of thumb is 10 to 15 over whatever the sign says the speed limit is.
Yeah.
I'll back off if it says 45 and I'm doing 78. I'll back off to like 60.
We're on our way to Aberdeen.